We over here at the Ford dealer, and we gotta get a paint code. We're gonna see if that's gonna be difficult or if it's gonna be easy for us today. What I like is it's Ford Bronco. I think they call it a marsh gray. Why they call it a marsh gray? I don't know. But anyway, I like that color because it's somewhat brownish. I don't see any gray in it whatsoever, but it's brownish. And I don't know, I guess you could say greenish too. I associate it with like a pewter color. Anyhow, I was told of different ways to get the color code. For one, we're gonna go ahead and get the VIN. And we're gonna bring that into the parts department. I know that the custom color shops around here, they don't go off of just the VIN anymore. You gotta actually get the color code from the vehicle itself, from the door jamb, or some sticker associated with the vehicle. So this is the color I'm considering for the 64. And we're gonna take the first step. First step is getting that color code because, like I said, I gotta start working on the underbelly of the 64. And I gotta come up with a color. I just bought the, not the POR 15, but the Raptor liner. So I gotta get the color in paint so I can mix it up with the Raptor liner, get the belly all painted up. So we're gonna go ahead and get the VIN number for now, see if the parts department can help us out, and I'll keep you informed, let you know how it went. YouTube, well, we got that VIN number. Just like I told you, we was gonna make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Got that VIN number, we got that paint code. It was real easy. Took the VIN number, took a picture of it, of the vehicle that was on the lot. Went inside to the parts department. I actually thought I was gonna have to have a salesman come out, open the door to the vehicle that had the color I liked, just so I can take a picture of the paint code in the door jambs. That's what I thought the process was gonna take. And then I was gonna try to have to explain to this salesman why I'm not even here to try to buy a car. You know what I mean? And why I need a picture of the VIN, and why I need a picture of the paint code, and why this and why that. That's the thought. That's the problem I thought I was gonna run into. But no, it was real simple. One of the personnel inside told me to take a picture of the VIN, walk it over to the parts department. Parts department took about 2 minutes of my time, wrote out the paint code for that particular VIN of the color of the vehicle that I wanted. Things are real easy these days. You just gotta take the time to make it happen. Can't be coming up with excuses why you can't go get things done to your car or in life in general. No time for excuses. But on another note, don't look crazy like I did up in there. I went in there and asked the receptionist, hey, you got any flyers, any pamphlets, any brochures on the Ford Bronco? She looked at me like I was crazy. She said, nah, no sir. Everything's online. I'm old school like that, you know what I mean? I remember back in the day, that was the thing to have in hand, was a flyer on the vehicles that you were interested in, you know what I mean? You can see all the colors right then and there. You can see all the accessories you want to add to it. It was just nice to have everything handy in a book form. Not in 2025. They don't do that no more. They don't waste no money on print. Everything's online. So anyway, another little fun fact for you also. If you happen to be at a dealership for another reason, such as buying a vehicle, you got to remember that they still gonna make money off you in the end. Because whether you got a brand new vehicle or not, they got engineers that can reverse engineer any product. From the engine that's in that brand new vehicle, to the starter, to the computer, to anything that's electrical in that brand new vehicle. And they can rig it so that your check engine light comes on at any point in time, or as a designated point in time. They can rig it so that things shut down at so many miles. It's all computer generated. It's all programmable. So the service drive that you see every dealership has is where they're gonna make even more money off of you. You gotta get that oil changed. You gotta get that service light taken off and the problem addressed. That's where the big bucks come in. That's where they continue to bend you over that barrel. That's where they generate money at, in their service drive. They don't make too much money off you from the original purchase. So remember that. No matter, even if you have a brand new vehicle, you're gonna have problems. Sometimes they're sooner, sometimes they're later. Sometimes they're minute problems, sometimes they're big scale problems. So that service drive is there for a reason. So count on making frequent trips there to that service drive. Because if you plan on having warranties, you gotta have that vehicle serviced by that particular dealer. You gotta show a track record of everything being addressed in a timely manner, per schedule. If you don't, you'll fall out of warranty. Then you're gonna be coming out of pocket for any and all repairs. You don't want that problem either. So they get you, one way or the other. Keep that in mind. Anyway, YouTube, we're gonna go ahead and put some consideration on that color. See what I can make work. Do I want that color to go with beige? Do I want that color to go with black? Do I want that color, period? Do I want that color after all? You know, we're just playing with ideas right now. We got a little bit of time, but we don't have too much time either at the same time. Because, you know, we got to get going on 6.4 SS Impala. So get your progress, or get your vehicles out there. Get them going, get some progress on your vehicles, is what I'm trying to say. And stop making excuses. Because the longer you wait, next time you look up, you're going to be 10 years down the road, like I was. Still trying to figure out how you're going to get your projects done. Anyway, YouTube, I got some more videos coming for you this weekend. Enjoy yours. Remember, around here, we keep it all the way peanut. Peace out.